Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Pet Lover Summit. I have another amazing guest speaker for you today, Joan Ranquet, and our subject today is called Emotional Freedom Technique for Animals. Now, Joan Ranquet has connected with animals professionally for over 25 years and personally for as long as she can remember. She has worked with hundreds of thousands of animal guardians, trainers, barn managers, and vets. Joan founded Communication with All Life University, a certification program for animal communicators and energy healers. She is the author of Communication with All Life and Energy Healing for Animals, and a contributor to the Dharma of Dogs and Karma of Cats. Joan's latest book, EFT for Animals and Their Humans, will be published in the spring of 2023. I'm excited about that. Joan lives on a farm in Southern California with her animal family, 3 horses, 3 dogs, and 4 cats. She donates time toward animal rescue missions, therapeutic riding centers, and is an avid fundraiser for organizations that aid endangered species. Joan, thank you so much for being here today and welcome.
Thank you. This is really fun.
Woohoo! I'm excited. So today you're going to talk to us about Emotional Freedom Technique for Animals, also known as EFT.
I am.
So why don't you just go for it?
Okay. So for those that don't know anything about EFT, it actually started out as a people technique, and it actually came out of EMDR. I'm sure you are aware of what EMDR is.
Well, why don't you explain it just very briefly for people who haven't heard of it?
Okay, so EMDR, and of course now I'm going to forget eye movement. I don't know. Anyway, it's a fancy acronym for something. But what it is it helps release trauma in the body. And, you know, a lot of people think that trauma gets stored in our body, in our tissue, in our blood, in our everything. And so EMDR was something where it's like, I think, literally like you look each way while you're telling a story, and it links up the left and right hemisphere, and which is great, but only psychologists or certain type of counselors could use this technique to help people. So EFT was developed in 1998 or something by a guy named Gary Craig, and it's tapping on the on acupressure points, very specific acupressure points that are connected to the meridians, that are connected to organ systems, that are connected to emotions. So each of these points that we tap on as humans are very calming. They're all very calming points. So the whole theory behind it is that you're telling a tough story while tapping on calming points. And that starts to release the trauma out of the system. Well,
it breaks it up. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a pattern, right?
Yes.
And you're disrupting it.
Okay, so, awesome.
Yeah. So the I first learned it for myself because I wasn't sleeping well. And then at the time, and about the time, this is about 2001, I had been using a technique called scalar wave, and I still use it to this day, and it's delicious. But it's a very calming technique, and it's not that EFT isn't calming; it's very calming also. But the whole scalar was really addressing like diseases, illnesses, things like that. And it would help with behavioral issues, but it would not necessarily, it wasn't solving it. So with EFT, we're able to really go in and shift behaviors very quickly. So as an animal communicator for 25, I know it says 25 in the bio, that's an old bio. So almost 30 years as an animal communicator, seeing
you look great, baby.
Well, thanks. I mean, I feel like, thank you.
Take the compliment.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
So as you know, you see all these situations where you're like, I'm just listening and I have no way to really help. And
Right.
listening is step one, right? Like getting the story
Mhm.
off the chest, because we look at animals and they, if I have a problem, I can go like this. Hey, Shannon, blah, 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 blah. And then call my other friend. Hey, Claudia, you know what's happening? And I can get a therapist and then I can go,
Yeah, I do that too.
right? So we've got a million ways. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. We get rid of our story, but animals don't have that.
Yeah. Mhm.
And not only that, we keep them in look at, I've got dog beds everywhere you look, but it's still an unnatural setting.
Yeah.
So we're, not that we're hostage keepers, but we do keep them in a setting where they aren't expressing themselves in the same way that they would in the wild. So for
Yes.
example, if somebody was afraid, I always use this example. If there's a little duck on a pond and it sees a fox and he knows, the fox wants me for dinner, he goes into fight or flight.
Yes.
Then the adrenaline kicks in and he
Mhm.
flies away, and the adrenaline starts to dissipate as he flies away, and he lands on the other pond and he forgot the story because he sees his new friend, because animals are in the moment. But the problem for our animals at home is they don't have that way of flying off, right? We don't always exercise them, or we don't always give
Yes.
opportunity when they've had a tough situation to express or release it. So EFT, that's where you use animal communication to find out what's going on for them,
Mhm.
or you investigate, and which is another thing that I have all these EFT scripts that I have in the new book.
Yay.
And it's fun.
I'm excited.
So investigate the situation, and then you tap on the animal, and it really, you just watch them release. They could resist, like, your cat might resist, but later
Yes, we have
on,
a special treat today, you guys. Okay.
yeah. So anyway, that's the short story of what
Okay.
EFT is.
Okay.
I used it on like, for example, I have a Facebook Live that I do every Tuesday, and I recently took some what would be unadoptable animals, did an EFT session on camera. They both got adopted,
Yes.
like within the week. So
Nice.
it's really, disrupting the pattern, changing the energy, getting them to be calm in their own body, and helping them to make different decisions.
I love that. So cool. All right. So, do you want the patient?
I do.
Okay, you guys, this is like Joan just sprung this on me. She wants to work with my kitty and sort of demonstrate how she does it. And I've got Ziggy here with me today. Do you want me to talk about the problem that I'm having with him?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just, anyway, I can't get ahead of it, and I'm suspecting it's about me because I have a hard time doing stuff psychically if I'm connected to it because I'm not far enough away. But Ziggy, yes, I'm talking about you. He he has been waking me up for the last year between 2:30 and 3 a.m. and I cannot sleep, and he will not go to sleep after that. And around the same time, he's had one eye that's been tearing pretty badly. And yeah, that's all the information I have. I don't want to project anything else.
Right.
Do you have any questions beyond that?
Yeah. How old is he?
He's 7. He just turned 7. Are you coming up, or do I have to pick you up? He knows we're talking about him. He's coming over. Okay.
And what else? Who else lives in your household? Like other animals?
I'm staying with my parents, so we're at my parents' house, and his adopted brother Jackson, who's another cat, and a dog. There's my parents' dog.
And how old is Jackson?
Jackson is probably about 6.5 years old.
And who did you get first?
Ziggy. Ziggy was first. He's the one that we're going to talk to today.
Okay.
I'm trying to get you need to see him, I'm assuming. So I'm trying to get it far enough away so you can see. Okay. That should work. Okay, Zig, come on, Bubby. Oh, I know. What are we doing? Okay.
Oh.
So this is
Hi.
Ziggy. I'm sorry, buddy. The light is very strong. So can you see okay? All right.
Okay, so I'm just going to take a second and kind of tune into him and
Sure.
see about what's going on. Okay, so with EFT, just for the viewers, we're going to tap on very similar points, and I'll call out the points.
Okay.
My God, he's so cute. He's ridiculous.
He's such a love bug. He's such a big boy, though.
He is.
Okay.
And we're going to go through some of the emotions he might be feeling.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll just
Is it too distracting when he's
no,
like
hilarious.
milk trotting on my neck?
No, oh my God, he's working it.
The way he does.
Okay, so are you ready?
Yeah. Do you want me to put him down so I can like do some tapping, or?
You could even tap like that if you can get the other arm around.
Okay.
Because
I think he's
Oh, there
mellow
we
now that he had a little loving. Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna just jump in.
Do it.
All right, so start tapping on the inside of the eye. When I wake her up in the middle of the night.
On the inside of the eye, like here?
Right, like right there.
Oh, okay. Both sides?
Just one side is fine.
Okay. When I wake her, oh, am I supposed to say it too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Repeat.
When I wake her up in the middle of the night.
Outside of the eye. I feel alive.
I feel alive. Oh, he doesn't like that.
Under
okay.
the eye.
Under the eye.
But she doesn't seem happy when I wake her up.
But she doesn't seem happy when I wake her up.
Top of the nose. In fact, she seems upset.
In fact, she seems upset.
Under the chin, which makes me so confused.
Which makes me so confused.
Inside of the chest, because she loves everything I do.
Because she loves everything I do.
Top of the head. I mean, who doesn't?
I mean, who doesn't?
Inside of the eye. I mean, look at me.
I mean, look at me. It's adorable.
Outside of the eye. I'm so cute.
I'm so cute.
Under the eye. I'm so great.
I'm so great.
Top of the nose. I'm a really good boy.
I'm a really good boy.
Under the chin. So I get very upset when she's not excited that I woke her up.
So I get very upset when she's not excited that I woke her up.
Inside of the chest. The truth is I worry about her.
The truth is I worry about her.
Top of the head. I'm not sure what we're doing here.
I'm not sure what we're doing here.
Inside of the eye. I get really confused.
I get really confused.
Outside of the eye. I'm trying to take care of her.
I'm trying to take care of her.
Under the eye, but she has a mind of her own.
But she has a mind of her own.
Top of the nose. I'm really trying.
I'm really trying.
Under the chin. I feel like we've got to get our stride again.
I feel like we've got to get our stride again. I feel that, baby.
Inside of the chest. And it's this touch and go.
Touch and go.
Top of the head. And I'm trying to drive it.
And I'm trying to drive it.
Inside of the eye. I've always been a good caretaker.
I've always been a good caretaker.
Outside of the eye. I love to take care of her.
I love to take care of her.
Under the eye. But I have to trust her.
But I have to trust her.
Top of the nose. She does know what's best.
She does know what's best.
Under the chin. We are where we're supposed to be, I guess.
We are where we're supposed to be, I guess.
Inside of the chest. I am adjusting.
I am adjusting.
Top of the head. I'm releasing the need to control this.
I'm releasing the need to control this.
Inside of the eye. I'm trusting.
I'm trusting.
Outside of the eye. I'm trusting.
I'm trusting.
Under the eye. We'll let this go.
We'll let this go.
Top of the nose. We've got this.
We've got this.
Under the chin. I trust her.
I trust her.
Inside the chest. And I know she needs her beauty sleep.
And I know she needs her beauty sleep.
Top of the head. So I'll trust that all is perfect.
So I'll trust that all is perfect.
And take a deep breath.
I mean, he's pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
Yes. What are you saying? Thank you.
Oh my God, I love him.
Thank you, Ziggy. Thank you, Joan.
Thank you. That was really sweet.
He's such a sweet boy.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you feel with that? How did that give you any insight into him?
Oh, totally. Absolutely. Yes. I'm with my folks and I came to help them out. We're helping each other out. They're 75. They have a lot going on and I'm a lot stronger than I look. There's a lot to do around the house. So, and you know, there's other situations too, but we've been here way longer than we anticipated. So I am sure that they are feeling as restless as I am. That absolutely makes sense. Yes, absolutely. Yes. And I know that they feel our emotions. And I did figure, oof, oh, yes, there's the, the tumbleweeds in the air. Oh, I got to get my light back. Hold on a second. And it definitely made sense. Absolutely. Yeah, it definitely made sense to me. Yes, that we're all ready to go and move on and get our own place. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Well, and I think he likes a little control, you know.
Which would make sense that we found each other. I mean,
yeah.
That was so awesome. Okay. I'll have to put like a little update at the end of the video to say like, you know, the progress that we made after the EFT. So, okay. And so when you do, thank you. When you do sessions like that, what can someone anticipate in the next few days, or is there follow-up stuff they need to do? Like, what do people expect after a session like that with you?
You know, it's funny because I mean, I work with a lot of, like, I don't love the word aggressive. I like the word reactive. I work with a lot of mostly reactive animals. And
I like that. Yeah.
So some animals are, you know, they might have a miracle moment, and then some it might take a few sessions because it took a while to get to that point. And so, you know, it's just, it's all different. It depends on the individual. But for example, like, he has to trust you. So maybe when you go to bed, you know, you say, okay, Ziggy, we're trusting the process and I'm sleeping through the night. Good night, love you.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you. Yes, I shall do that. Absolutely. Yes. And I was going to say, I knew I forgot something. I had a sense that it had something to do with me, because just in my experience as an animal communicator, if I'm linked to it, it's harder for me to get the information because there's an emotional, you know, expectation or whatever. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. And I think, I mean, the other thing about him is he's such a good boy. He's going to want to do the right thing. So
he totally is.
Yeah, he's not going to want to be confused.
My other one is he's the mischievous one, although he's mellowed out a lot, but he's just an example of their personalities. And I know everybody that's watching will appreciate this. Jackson, his adopted brother, when they would wrestle, Jackson will pull Ziggy's collar off, and that used to upset Ziggy so much because they have their quick release collars. Ziggy would run up to me immediately and just look at me like, "You took my collar." Like as soon as the collar popped off Jackson, that's it. It was over.
Well, that's Action Jackson, right?
Action Jackson. Absolutely. Yes. So, and I love that this is something that everyone can learn.
Absolutely.
And I'm excited for your book because you're right. It really hasn't been, I don't think I've ever seen anything that has EFT specifically for animals. I know some people do it, but I haven't seen a book on it.
Yeah, no, it's I had to do all the market research for the publisher before when I put the proposal together. And no, there isn't really anything much out there about it. And when I wrote Energy Healing for Animals, and it was a long process that came out in 2015, but I started it for Sounds True in like 2011, I think. I mean, and I started realizing that, hey, there's no expert in this. And so I just went and got re-certified and just did my own case studies. Every animal communication client at the end of the thing, I was like, would you be interested in a free session of EFT to solve your horse bucking or your cat peeing or your, so I did a million free sessions and got really great at it. And I'd been doing it for a long time and I'd had success, but I just really wanted to put it into a new stratosphere. And so now I teach it. I mostly teach it. And I've got so many practitioners now that are out there that have graduated that are just making a huge difference in the world.
Yes. And you know what, Joan, this is really why I'm so grateful that you're here today, because you're bringing, I hate to say simple, but it is simple. It's complex and simple at the same time. It's complex as, in the respect that it goes along with the meridian lines and, there is definitely a science behind it, but the simplicity of just knowing where things are and knowing how to release emotions, which we all carry, animals and people, is huge. And this is something that animals and people can benefit from greatly. And all the animal caretakers that are watching this today can start and make such a big difference.
And the thing is it's like getting into the emotion of it. It doesn't have to be a big story. So like the one thing that what I sensed when I did a little quick session with him was that when he wakes you up, he's so excited, and then he's so confused that you're not that excited.
I'm like, no, not 2:30, please, no.
And he just else that he does, you're excited about. So it's like, I'm confused. So that's why I kept going back to confused,
Yeah. Oh, that's so great. Yes. And he would sit and stare at me and just lick his lips like, why are you not waking up? Wake up.
Yeah. What's wrong? Yeah.
I'm fabulous. Celebrate me. Okay. That's amazing. And so we're releasing that. I love that.
Yeah. And I love what you said though about complex and simple. I feel like that's animal communication. It's the same. I ride dressage. Dressage is complex but simple, right? Like everything that's great is complex or structured and simple.
Right. I think they're complex in the explanation of why it works and the science behind why it works, and simplicity in all those examples that you gave, and the exterior execution of it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Joan, that's amazing. Thank you so much. It's so beautiful.
Thank you for letting me share this.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. I'm an open book, baby. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I will put I'll put a follow-up on the video when it comes out. So, Joan, what is your website? How can people find you?
It's my name. So it's JoanRanquet.com.
Beautiful. And the links below, guys, check that out. And Joan, I understand that you have a free gift for everybody who's watching today.
I do. I have a 4-part series about gaining confidence with animal communication, connection, and communion. And one of the videos is talking about our connection with everything. One of the videos talks about communication, and you get to communicate with my dog Delilah, who also likes control and is somewhere here. Poor Polly. And
Uh-huh.
then you get to, we go in, one of the videos is about communing with nature because I take people on wildlife trips. And then one
Yes.
very simple energy technique. So it kind of covers everything.
That's beautiful. That's amazing. And you guys, please jump on that link below. So we have Joan Ranquette's website and also her free gift. Joan, thank you so much for being part of the Pet Lover Summit. And thanks for having a conversation with Ziggy and allowing us to share your technique with everyone. We appreciate you so much and all the illuminating information that you shared with us today. Thank you.
Well, thank you. It was so fun.
That was a blast. Thanks, Joan.